Hey everybody at Test.bash, it's Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard, and today I'm going to take off my test automation thinking cap and do a submittal for one of the Test.bash challenges. This is data challenge over here, and basically what this challenge is going to show you is that we want to go and book a room, populate our first name, last name, email, and phone number, have different names, first names and last names for that, and then grab a particular section of the calendar and then go and book that room. So in order to do this, we're going to go to Test Rigger, and I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to go and run my test over here, and we can see that Test Rigger has basically restarted and is launching Chrome in Linux, Ubuntu, up in the cloud, and it is now going through the whole process and creating the reservation for us. So let's take a look at a few things. First of all, we want to click on Let Me Hack, and the commands are all down in the corner here. We'll show you that. It says Let Me Hack if exists, and the reason I do if exists is because this will create a cookie and it may not be there the second time we go to launch it. So we don't want that going on and failing our tests. So if it doesn't see it, it's like, okay, that's fine. The next thing is we want to go and book the room. And it says here, book this room, and we found book this room. By the way, you don't necessarily have to say book this room. You could say book this room with a capital T. You could have just click book, and it will hit that button there. Next along the ride, we are going to see enter saved value first name, and there's first name, there's my first name, here's my second name, my last name, here's my email, thedarkartswizard@gmail.com, and here's a fake phone number for me. And then the last thing that we're going to do is book a reservation. We're going to click the next in order to find a good month. Now we can't use the current month because we're halfway through the month. So if I happen to create a reservation in the past, it wouldn't be really good. So we're going to move forward, clicking next, to October. So here we are, October, and we want to make sure that this is the month that we're looking for. It says here, click next up to 12 times until you find the month, and each reservation is associated with the month. So it found October. In this case, it was looking for October, and it's also found the 1st through the 6th, so it's going to make that reservation and do a drag and drop, and there's our drag creating that reservation. Last thing it's going to do is click on book, and if everything goes right, we should see the word success up on our meeting up there. Now, one of the things I did over here is it says book reservation if page does not contain success, and it does it twice. So basically what it's saying is this: if this was not successful, it will move forward another year and book that week. And if that's not successful, it will move forward another year and complete that. So let's go ahead, take a look at our RESTful booking over here. And as we can see, that's September 5 nights over here. That is the one that I did in the demo, but I'm going to refresh over here so that I can go click on book this room, and we are going to go and take a look at October and see if we have that reservation. Now, the interesting thing is the reservation isn't there, so this could be a bug that we've got going on. But interestingly enough, we're going to go and retest this one more time, and it's sitting in the queue, so we'll wait for that to complete. So in one moment, it will update all those reservation screenshots, and there you go. Actually created quite a few reservations. This is great. It's 4 reservations per month over 12 months, going all the way into 2024. Almost up to March 2025. Nicely done. By the way, I set this to execute 100 tests in parallel. So we did set up the tests to run side by side, so it only took not much time, only a few minutes for it to complete what it needed to do. Let's take a little deeper look inside this test case. So the pain point is that creating test data manually is taking too long. So if we needed to create 100 reservations, we could do that and do it on the front end with 100 test cases all executing in the cloud at the same time. As I mentioned, it went through and booked this room, but here it says enter guest details. Now what that is what we call a reusable rule. It's that whole idea of not having code or scripting reproduced all over the place. So when I say enter guest details, this is what it actually executes. It says enter the saved name first name and the saved name last name into the field and put in the email and put in the phone number. Now the email and phone number is the same for every single one of these, but the first name and the last name are different on each one, which means we have test data. So if I go over to my test data and I go to my reserve of rooms, you'll see that I have a rows of data, 100 different rows. Guess number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And each one is set up to create a reservation in a certain area that is different certain months. Now initially I told it a year and a month to use with dates, but actually I didn't need the year because we want to make sure that these test cases work correctly going forward. So they all make reservations 1 month in advance, and if those reservations are already been done, it will move on to the next month and the next month. And it goes through all of these reservations here. In fact, we have a few things that are at the bottom that are kind of interesting. This is putting in Dark Arts Wizard, so it'll put a dash in there. This one will put in Kesha with her stage name. So she has a $sign there. Now, screen captures are okay, but maybe we want to actually have a video. So I'm going to go over to my settings, and I'm going to go capture video. And our reservation was successful. Let's go take a look at the video. And we're done. All right. Hey, Test.bash, thank you for giving me this opportunity to submit a challenge in no code testing with TestRigger. I'm Paul Gross from the Dark Arts Wizard, and have yourself a great day.